Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share and play.
Hi everyone, another quick and easy one that really adapted because I had this scrap of card and a blank page, and I thought, what do we do with the blank page? Well, we make a pocket. Or at least that's what we tend to do in junk journaling. So initially I was just going to make a straightforward pocket, and then it kind of evolved into a double pocket. So I'll bring you along and you can see what I did. Now, firstly, I did back my little digitals. These are ones that I designed onto card, and you can see a little bit of it was peeling back. So I just fixed that up. No problem at all. That was quite easy, just doing the edge there. And then I added a little tab on top of it. You know, I've inked around the edge just to give it a little bit extra. And what is that? That's like one of those weight scales or something like that. But just, strange picture on the back of something else, sort of mechanical steampunk-ish, because, this is still in my journal where I'm kind of doing sort of kind of like steampunk, sort of kind of. Now, I've got these little ring reinforcers. They are just normal ones from the $2 shop, and I'm just doing different things with them. Some I've inked over. I think I painted over these ones with some gesso. Other ones I put a bit of embossing powder on them, a few different things. Now, did you notice that journal card? It now has some stitching across it, just some random stitching straight up and down, because I like to be quick. So that's a quicker way to do it, but you still get the stitching on your work. Just putting some labels on, and there you go. A brand new journal card, all finished. I've even just stapled in my, my lace on the top there, because I do love a staple. I don't know, I've always loved staples. So there you are. There it is in its pocket. So now I'm just creating the pocket. Firstly, I decided that I would round the corners, so just the bottom ones, to let it sit on the page, and then using a circle punch to put in a little thumb hole. Now, if you don't have a circle punch, there are other ways that you can do that. You can obviously cut it out with scissors. You can draw around the edge of something and, a round thing, and then you can cut that out. You can also, if you just gently crease it in half, you can obviously cut a perfectly symmetrical shape for your thumb hole. Anyway, you saw me just inking what I'm using for the front pocket there, and underneath, I just thought I'd do a bit of stamping on the pocket just to add a bit more texture, but that won't be all. So this is a little digi. I cannot remember where I printed them out. Might have been... No, don't remember. Sorry. I will put it down in the link below if I remember, but I'm always using so many different ones and I print them out and it's, hard to keep them all catalogued. So there you are. That's down now as a side pocket. Again, I just did a little thumb hole as a little punch, and I'm just seeing if it will fit, a fairly regular tag size. I was going to use that one, but because I've got so much texture on it with the key on top of the fabric, on top of the layer on the back, I just felt like it was going to catch too much. So I did end up doing a different kind of a journal card in it. And that's how I end up with all these extra journal cards, because sometimes I'm just in the mood to just do the journal card, and then I'll do a whole ton. So I'll have all these extras. Anyway, just inking around the edge there to give that page a little bit more background and texture. Works with this, works with the opposite page. So there's the little one in the top, and now I'm going to create the little journal card for the bottom pocket, which is making the double pocket. So I just had some note paper, and I've, folded it, inked around the edge of it, added a little stamp in it. That's just a typewriter. And I thought it did need a little bit more stiffness. So then what I do is I do back that onto card and book page, so you'll see that in a sec. In the meantime, I'm just adding a few more labels to the front of that pocket just to help it finish off, just auditioning where they go. Love that term, auditioning the pieces when you're collaging. I really love this little cutout and I did want to use it on this page, so I do that. But first I'm just sticking down those labels to finish the front of that front pocket, and then I'm gluing down my die cut. Now, look, I have lots of different methods for gluing die cuts down and none of them are very successful, but look, as long as it sticks, it works fine. This one I used Tim Holtz Collage Distress, medium, and I'm sticking it down with that. And I did that because then I could be a bit messy, and then I've just used my finger to spread it out because obviously being a collage distress medium, you can put it over the top as well, and his actually has a nice matte finish, so it meant if I wanted to add anything on top I'd be able to do that. So I then got distracted by children, so I went away, and then when I came back that had all dried. Wasn't that handy? See, sometimes kids and their distractions actually work out. Now look, this is all just measuring by eye to the book I have. So there are no measurements here. But again, I'm using a bit of collage medium, but then I wasn't sure it would stick it down fully, so I put some art glitter glue around the edge. Stuck a bit of book page onto a bit of card, rounded the corners, used the guillotine as you saw to straighten it up so it had nice straight edges. And then on top of this, just using my glue stick, I popped that little folded note paper that I had. So I thought that was definitely a bit of fun. So there you are, there it is, all finished. So that little bit sits in there nicely. And I think it looks nice with the journal cards in it and without them, but I've put the journal cards in it because I like finishing it off like that. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy.